So this video is kind of a scary one. It is. It's scary. So basically, remember when I told y'all that I feel like I'm kind of clairvoyant sometimes? Let me tell you why I feel that way. So I'm going to tell you about dreams I had that actually came true. So first starting out, my friend, I'm going to call him, just to protect him, I'm going to call him CB. Okay? CB. Okay. So I've been friends with CB since we were like kids. Really young. I think he used to have a crush on my friend, Storm. Y'all remember Storm? He used to have a crush on my friend Storm. And she didn't like him like that, even though I was trying to tell her he was a nice guy and all that. But she didn't like him like that. So yeah. So years later, okay, like last year, I ran into CB. And he was like, "Goddamn Harriet." Every time somebody see me that ain't seen me in a long time, they always say that. "Goddamn Harriet." So he said, "Goddamn Harriet." And he, talking to me like, "What you been up to?" Blah, blah, blah. We talking and everything. So, few days after I started back talking to CB, I had a dream, okay? I had a dream that I was in my old house. Okay, I was in not this house, the house I grew up in. I was in that house, living there, and CB came by and said somebody was trying to kill him. They was trying to shoot him and all that. So he was like, "Can I hide here?" And I said, "Yeah, of course." He hid here. And this big ass fat dude came to my house looking for CB. And I said, "No, I'm sorry, he's not here." And I closed the door and locked it. And I can't remember much after that, but I remember that specific detail. And I woke up. So I called CB and I told him, I said, "Hey, I had a dream that somebody was trying to shoot you, like somebody was trying to kill you." And he said, "Man, somebody probably could be trying to kill me. I don't know. And, I just got to live my life." He telling me all this stuff. So I'm like, okay. I kid y'all fucking not. I kid you not. I put this on my life, okay? He got shot, I believe, a week or 2 weeks later after I told him that. Somebody was trying to rob him, I guess, and the dude shot him. And when I heard he got shot, I was like, "Oh my fucking goodness. I just had a dream that somebody was trying to shoot him." So after that whole incident, I tried calling him at the hospital, but because he was a victim or whatever, they changed his name. So I wasn't able to talk to him in the hospital, and I ain't want to just go out there if he wasn't there. So when he got out the hospital, I spoke to him. I said, "Damn, I told you somebody was trying to shoot you and you got shot." He was like, "Yeah, I thought about that. Like, damn, you just told me that somebody was trying to shoot me." And I was like, "Oh my God, like, oh my God." So I still talk to CB sometimes, okay? I still talk to him sometimes. But every time I talk to him, I think about what happened to him in the dream. And I feel bad. Like, I don't know. Like, I know I ain't have nothing to do with it. But I just feel bad because I dreamed about it. And I told him. So, yeah. Now, on to the next story. So, if y'all remember Ray, okay, from a few stories back, uh, I had a dream that Ray died at a party. It was a shootout at some party, okay, he was at, and the party was supposedly across the street from my old house. And he was at this party and they playing music, everybody dancing, and then all of a sudden somebody starts shooting. And then I see Ray laying in a puddle of blood. So I immediately woke up and I called him and I said, "Oh my God, I just had a dream that you died at a party." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I just had a dream that you was at a party, some club type of thing, but it was across the street from our house, but you got shot at this party." And he was like, "Oh wow, I'm supposed to be going to a party tonight." I said, "Don't go." And he was like, "Okay, I'm not gonna go." Fast forward to the next day, Ray calls me and says, "Damn, you must be psychic because they were shooting at the party I was supposed to be at last night." I looked at the phone like, nobody got hurt, but somebody got into an altercation and shots were fired. Okay. So, yeah. I don't know what that's about, or I don't know. I don't know why I dream stuff like this. And it's like, I, I don't know. Okay. So, here's another one. One day when I used to work at Office Max, okay, I used to work at Office Max, and I had a dream about this woman I never seen before, but she had auburn colored hair. She was very pale. She had green eyes. Pretty woman. But I dreamed about her. I just had a dream about her and I didn't know who she was. It wasn't a bad dream, but I had a dream that she was talking to me about something. I can't recall exactly what we were talking about, but I know for sure I had never seen that woman before. So while I was at work at Office Max, I was a cashier and I was checking people out. And who walks up to my register? None other than this auburn haired woman with pale skin and green eyes. And I looked at her and she asked me a question about some ink cartridges and some toner. And I just looked at it and I felt like it was deja vu. And I said, "Oh my God." And she was like, "Are you okay?" And I told her, I said, "No, I had a dream about you." And she was like, like, kind of like, "What?" She and I said, "I dreamed about you. Like, I never saw you before, but for some reason you were in my dream talking to me." And she was like, "That's creepy." And I said, "Yes, it is. It's very creepy. What the hell?" Like, this is what I'm thinking. What the like, I'm just dreaming that I'm talking to this woman and she comes to my job and starts speaking to me. And most of the time, people just want you. When I was at Office Max, people went in there, got what they needed, and they left. Most of the time, they didn't really speak to me. And she was the first person to speak to me that day. So it was weird. I told her about it. And yeah. So there's another dream I had. I had a dream that my best friend, Camille, I had a dream that she stabbed, okay? I had a dream that she stabbed her ex-boyfriend. I'm going to call him LJ. I had a dream she stabbed LJ. And the reason she stabbed him was because he punched her in the face. Like, the whole scenario played out in my dream. I just dreamed that he punched her in the face, and she left, came to my house, talked to me, and told me what happened, asked me for weapons. I gave her weapons. She went back and she stabbed him. Now, this was the dream. This did not happen like that. Okay? It didn't happen like that. So one night, it was probably maybe 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I was asleep. Athena was just born. Little old baby. No. No, 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 no. Actually, no. She was not born yet. No, she wasn't born yet. But it was like 5, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I get a phone call from Camille. She tells me, Larry, LJ just beat me up. He just did this. I'm sick of this motherfucker. Blah, blah, blah. You know, she going off. And she said, I'm outside. Come outside. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So I went outside and she had this gray dress on. Just like in my damn dream. So I said, don't do it. She's like, what? I said, I had a dream about this. Do not do what you thinking of doing. And she's like, what you think I'm thinking? I said, you trying to stab him. I'm not giving you no weapons to stab him. And so she was like, oh my God, Harriet. I'm like, I had a dream about this a few nights ago, Camille. You had on this gray dress. We were outside. It was dark. I didn't know what time it was, but it was dark outside. I hugged her, gave her a weapon to defend herself against LJ. And she stabbed him in the dream. So I told her, don't do what you thinking of doing. You know, think it out. Blah, blah, blah. So instead, I gave her a bat and some brass knuckles. And I ain't like LJ because I ain't like how he was treating my friend. I wanted to go, but she told me that she needed to handle it herself because me and her was going to beat the fuck out of LJ because he was beating on her, and I ain't appreciate that. Like, you don't beat on my friends, so we finna whoop that ass. I wanted to go, but we ain't go. I didn't go. She told me she needed to handle it herself. And a part of me, I gave her mace. I gave her a whole bunch of stuff because LJ was a big dude, and I just gave her a whole bunch of shit. So she went down there and ended up getting pulled over, which is what stopped her from doing what she was planning on doing. I wanted to go to. So that's why I supplied her with the weapons, but I told her not to stab him. I didn't give her a knife or anything like that. I just said, you know, if you finna beat his ass, but don't stab him, don't kill him, you know. And I know that probably sounds so bad, but look here, the stuff that LJ put my friend through, the stuff that he put her through, which is why I condone the ass whooping, but not the stabbing. I ain't want her to go to jail. So, yeah, she was thinking about stabbing him. And I was like, no, don't do it. I dreamed about it. I saw it happen in my dream. Don't do it. She ended up going to jail in my dream. And yeah, so yeah. Now, this last dream I had is pretty intense and pretty scary. Um, but it really did happen. So I dreamed that this man, I'm gonna call him, thinking of a name. It's hard coming up with these fake names. I'm gonna call him George. No, Adam. No, I like Adam West, so no. I'm gonna call him I can't think of no name. Lamont. I just got that from looking at Luigi's Mansion. Okay, I'm gonna call him Lamont. So in this dream, I had this dream that this man named Lamont, who I did not know prior to dreaming this, walked up to me and asked me some questions in the dream. And I always dream that I'm at my other house. I hardly ever have dreams of being in this house or near here. I always dream about the house I grew up in. So, which is down the street. The house I grew up in. That's why I always do this when I say my other house, because my other house is down the street. So, anyway, the house I grew up in, this man Lamont came and started talking to me, asking me questions. And I was like answering his questions. I can't remember exactly what he asked, but I did like this to kind of give him, I guess, a direction. And then the next thing I know, somebody comes and puts a bag over my head, grabs me back, pulls me down, and proceeds to assault me. So I know y'all probably like, Harriet, what the fuck? So I saw the man's face. I saw his face. I know what he looks like in my dream. So one day I was walking with my pit bull. Well, he was my cousin's pit bull, but that's my goddamn dog. My cousin pit bull though. But that was my baby, Devin. Rest in peace, Devin. Um, anyway, Devin was a really big, handsome pit bull, okay? And he loved me and I loved him. That was my baby. So one day I was walking with him and another pit bull, my other cousin's pit bull. Um, I was walking with them, and I walked past a group of guys, a group of men, um, that I didn't look up and pay attention to. I just walked past, kept walking, and one of them said, "Do those dogs bite?" And I said, "They have teeth, don't they?" And he was like, "Man, that dog don't bite. That dog soft as shit. That dog soft as shit, she sleep." And I was like, whatever. And I can't remember what was said, but I do remember I said, "I'll mace you if you do." He said something to me to that effect. I didn't pay attention to his face though. And he said, "Bitch, I slap the shit out of you." So I just turned around and kept walking. And as I'm walking, okay, Devin stayed there. He stayed put, even though I was pulling him to come on. And Lady was trying to go too. But Devin stayed put, and I turned to pull Devin. And the next thing I know, the guy ran up on me. He was running up on me to do something. I don't know what he was trying to do, but Devin wasn't having that shit. Next thing I know, Devin said, "Lock down." You know how pit bulls are when they bite? They lock and they shake. And that is exactly what Devin did. And I still, at this point, did not pay attention to that man's face who attacked me or who tried to attack me. Didn't pay attention to that man's face. And I pulled Devin's collar. I said, "Stop, boy. Stop, boy." And people was calling the police, and it was this whole big misunderstanding, okay? It was a misunderstanding. I pulled Devin. "Stop, boy, stop." But he still kept shaking. Devin was very protective of me. If he felt like I was in danger, he was going to get you. If I said, "Oh my God," even when I used to play, like, everybody in the family knew how much Devin was protective over me. He didn't play that. If I was playing with you, and I would stop, "Oh my God, Devin, help me." He'll come and try to attack. But he stops when I tell him to. That was my baby. That was my baby, okay? Oh, he was my baby. God, I miss that dog. Anyway, so when I finally was able to get Devin to unlock his jaw, I looked at that man's face and I turned white. You want to know why? Because I dreamed about that bitch trying to assault me. Who was it? None other than Lamont. Okay? I was in shock. It felt like everything was moving in slow motion as I was grabbing the back of Devin's collar. It felt like slow motion. It felt like, you know how things get fuzzy when you see something and you can't believe it? You feel like you dreaming? That's what I experienced. So the police came. The police were called. "Oh, that dog attacked him." His homeboys was trying to put up a front for him. And people in the neighborhood who knew me said, "No, that boy tried to attack that girl. He tried to run up on that girl. That dog was protecting her. Don't listen to that. Don't listen to that." And I had told a police officer, "My dog is very protective of me. He would not have done that unless he sensed that I was in danger." So I told a police officer about the exchange with the guy earlier. He said he was going to do something to me, and I said, "I'll mace you." And then he said, bitch, I will slap the shit out of you. I turned around to stop arguing with him, but I still didn't pay attention. This is what I'm telling y'all. I still didn't pay attention to his face. Because me, I'm a very shy person. I don't really look at people's face because they want you to look them in the eye. I don't like doing that. That's why I didn't pay attention to his face until I was focusing on trying to get Devin off of him. So I had explained to the officer everything. I said, you know, he tried to attack me and my dog stopped him. So they ended up taking that dude to jail, and he ain't really been around here ever since that whole incident. I haven't seen him. So yeah, that one was pretty scary, but it did happen. I dreamed about that dude trying to assault me. And it's funny, in my dream, it was two people. It was him and someone else, somebody behind me. So I don't know. I didn't see the other person that he was with, but I saw his face. And yeah, so I had went home. I was treating Devin so nice after that. I treated him good anyway. I was like, you were such a good boy. You were such a good boy protecting me. And I told my uncle what happened. I said he attacked, you know, this guy who was trying to attack me. He got this dude, like, and he was like, oh, for real? I was like, yeah, like, dude tried to run up and attack me. Like, we was arguing over whether or not Devin bites, because he was a big dog. Let me see. I wonder, can I find a picture of him right now? No, my phone's somewhere. But if I remember, I'll put a picture somewhere of Devin. Devin was a pretty big dog, and on top of that, he had that cute big head that pit bulls have. But he was such a sweetie. Oh my God, he looked ferocious, but he was such a sweetie pie. He was the sweetest dog I have ever known, and no dog can compare to Devin in my eyes. Like, I want another one. I want another Devin. I will one day. I'm gonna have me another Devin. But yeah, Devin was the best dog ever, and he passed away like earlier this year, and I'm sad. I'm sad about that, but yeah, Devin passed away. So yeah, that's it for my dreams that I've had that have come true. I do have more, but this video is about to be 30 minutes long, and I don't want to do that. So yeah, anyway, that's it, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.